People often say Diablo 3 takes zero skill, so I thought maybe we can test this. Maybe we can beat the game without ever putting a skill on the bar. I don't mean just getting to level 70, I don't mean just beating the campaign. No. I mean taking a fresh level 1 character, never equipping a single skill, taking it all the way through Torment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to Torment 16, and beating the Lord of Terror himself on max difficulty. Oh, to make it harder, I thought we'd try it on SSF mode, Hardcore.
What are you, fucking stupid?
Yes, I guess I am. I knew this would be hard and fraught with dangers. My first attempt didn't go well after I entered a vision of enmity ill-equipped, and I died. Rest in peace, fallen hero of Sanctuary. Rest in peace. At least I managed to get the cube with this failed run and a gold wrap belt, so at least that's something. I start this run with both of those. For the sake of clarity, this was filmed during Season 30 with the Soul Shard theme. This definitely helped, but I'm not going to tell you if we make it the whole way. You're just going to have to watch the video, so let the intro roll.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
Chill out, dickwad.
Now you might see what's coming here with this video, but we're going to make a Crusader. I think this concept is possible with all classes, but I think it will be about 100 times faster with our Holy Warrior. We name our character No Skills, and off we go. Our first task is to get Flawless Diamond to unlock Altar of Rites Node 2. This will allow us to use level 70 items whilst leveling and be extremely beneficial. We start with Zoltan Cool runs, hoping he will drop a Soul Shard that we can salvage and then get some diamonds. This gets us level 2, 3 and 4, but sadly no diamonds. Because I have the attention span of a gnat, I get bored and I massacre bonus the Temple of the Firstborn, gaining level 7 and then decide to try another vision of enmity.
What are you, fucking stupid?
At least I learned from my mistake this time and I don't die. We get level 8 and 9 as well. You'll see the game automatically adds a skill to the bar.
Liar!
You have to forgive me this one, guys.
Liar! 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 Liar!
I get rid of it as soon as I can, but I can't change the skills during combat. I was going to save the challenge rift for unlocking the Altar of Rites, but I decided that given I've got 0 skills, I can use it whilst leveling. The resources are going to be way more important for this. The build is a piece of shit Crusader with awful cooldown, but luckily I clear it first attempt. The materials allowed me to train Hadrig, and blood shards give us poxfolds, or I call them, farty trousers. When 3 or more enemies are within 12 yards, we release a vile stench that deals 450 to 550% weapon damage as poison for 5 seconds in a 15-yard radius. Curry. This is huge, as without any skills we have no weapon percent scaling, but we now do, and we do an AoE damage as long as we have enemies around. Get back, foul beasts, or I will fart. We can't use them till level 16 or we unlock Altar Node 2. I really hope I don't die before them.
Patience.
Another run of Zoltan Cool fails to produce a Soul Shard, so I press on with more Massacre bonus leveling to get levels 10 and 11. Zoltan Cool does give us a Soul Shard on the next run, but we get Emeralds, which is a big fat bummer, but this is the last unsuccessful run, and on the next one we do get the much coveted Diamond. This allows us level 70 items, so we decide we are going to max out Hadrig. We make a level 70 two-handed flail and upgrade it. Flail of the Ascended with vitality and a socket, pretty nice. I put on my fart pants and we are ready to stink out the gaff. I craft Sage's set for some stats and double Death's Breath, gamble a Leoric's Crown and we get a 77% roll. Pretty crap, but better than nothing. I train the Jeweler and slam a ruby into the helm. We're ready to rock and roll on Torment 6.
Let's rock!
Level 12, 13, 18 and 19 all come in a flash. I go back to town to remove the skills the game has auto added to the bar. Only a noob uses skills. Level 20 we add a cheat death to the Templar and our second passive Vigilant for some damage reduction. The first passive added being Heavenly Strength, allowing us to use a two-handed weapon and the shield. Level 21, 22, 24, 25 all come very fast and I jump into a vision. Level 26, my god, this is looking pretty easy so far, but then I realise we're running out of damage already. Good job, the fart pants are doing some of the heavy lifting for us. Level 27, 28 and 29 all come, but our single target damage is pretty crap, and Mr. Templar is having a hard time hacking the pace. Rewarded with level 30 and a Greater Rift Keystone, the Massacre bonus ends up skipping me to level 35. We get level 36 and 37 still in the same vision, and then 39, but it's getting a bit tougher, so I make some more level 70 items for the character. I also take a third passive, Indestructible, just in case I make a mistake and nearly die. We hit level 40 and I decide to bail on the Vision of Enmity. Resetting the game, I drop to Torment 5 and craft some more level 70 items, and it's back to Massacre bonusing. Level 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and then a jump to 48 with a 150 kill streak. The next important find is a Heart of Iron, gaining thorns equal to 266% of our vitality. This is a great source of damage without skills. When we get hit, we now reflect damage back. With our level 70 stuff, this will be some pretty big damage. The fart pants are really working great, and the thorns just adds to keep our clear speed high. The Cursed Chest gives us 50 and 51 with a 250 Massacre bonus skill, pumping me on to 53. The Templar keeps dying, so I try and improve his gear. I Massacre bonus to 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. My god, this is like an episode of Sesame Street. A kill streak of 272 skips me to 62, but only got 8 more levels until we are at 70. We drop to T4 and are on the lookout for Reaper of Soul items, which of course enter the loot pool at level 61. I decide to extract the pox folds for the maximum fart damage in the cube. It turned out that even with maximum fart power, Torment 4 was too tough, so I went down to Torment 3.
Talk to the hand.
Level 63, 64 and 65 pass without incident. We drop to T2.
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
Possibly one of the only movies ever made better than the original. And I decide to get rid of the Heart of Iron now, get a level 70 chest plate to help with toughness, so no more thorns for a little while, but they will be back.
I'll be back.
Level 66 and a 358 streak gets us level 67. We go down to T1.
Sarah Connor.
We mop up 68 and a 300 kill streak gets us 69. Sexy, very nice. And I finally make it to 70 without dying. Woohoo! Come on, at least some of you thought I would never make it this far.
Am I right or am I right or am I right? Right.
Now the real fun begins. The loot pool is largely speaking open and anything can drop at any point. One of the reasons I love Diablo 3. From Torment 1 to 16 is going to be quite the difficulty jump though. In rough terms, each Torment goes up monster difficulty about twice. They do twice as much damage, they have twice as much health. Pretty daunting without being able to put skills on the bar, but let's see what we can do. We have a key from the Vision of Enmity, so we attempt GR4. The fart pants do good damage, but my single target damage is horrific and the Guardian takes ages. This will be a recurring theme for quite some time. We get Bane of the Powerful and rank 615 on the SSF Hardcore Crusader leaderboard. Not bad considering we haven't used a single skill at all. I check out the leaderboard and realised I'm the lowest ranked Crusader for the season. Oh Adrian, we're coming for you. We're coming for you Adrian and your two-piece to Khan set and all your super skills. I drop to Master and even a Greater Rift is a real struggle. I'm on the follower cheat death, I'm blocked by 2 elites, there are arcane lasers, electricity fields, this looks pretty dicey. And now mortars, I'm convinced I'm gonna die.
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
I spawn the Rift Guardian, nearly kill myself, and save my skin at the last minute with a log out.
Hey, that's cheating!
Okay, some humble pie is in order. I check my ego, take my medicine, boot up hard mode, and go get another GR key. I begin to fear this will not be possible, or perhaps will take me about 100 hours of gameplay.
Miss Brandt?
Yes.
Get me a violin.
But I refuse to give up. We're rewarded with an Essence of Anguish. This time I beat the Rift Guardian and get the much needed Greater Rift key. Straight back to GR4 to get our Legacy of Dreams gem, and now we can start to get some power. A quick re-gear to get rid of the Sages set, with the Heart of Iron coming back in, and we try hard mode. Our first legendary post 70 is a Freeze Deflector Shield. Not great, but we'll take what we can get. Fart pants the Rift Guardian to death, and we're ready for the dizzy heights of GR5. The Thorns from the Heart of Irons is delicious, and the Spear Chuckers all kill themselves.
A glorious development.
Another ridiculously long Rift Guardian fight later, we have the Gem of Efficacious Toxin, huge for our single target damage, but I have no socket for it to go in at the moment. I get ambitious and I bump the difficulty up to T1.
Sarakana.
And we're rewarded with a legendary set ring. Compass Rose, but sadly it does not have a socket. The Rift Guardian is down, we roll for a level 70 pair of Poxfolds. Man, this game really does want me to kill enemies with noxious smells from my behind. GR10 is defeated and I level up the Lord Gem. We gamble the Warhelm of Kassar and our legendary items are growing. Remember, we get extra damage for each legendary and every level on our Legacy of Dreams gem. We're only growing in power. I decide to try Vision to see if that improves the gear drops.
Not a great plan.
It does not, and we get one lousy legendary and a small amount of bounty mats after chasing a goblin around the map like Benny Hill. I vow never again to waste time on Visions of Enmity. Back to GRs and Rifts, and we find a Hellfire Ember consumable, which allows me to upgrade the Essence of Anguish to level 1. A blue goblin escapes as without you know what. We do 0 damage, but my luck is in and a legendary amulet drops. I pray for a socket. It's the Haunt of Vaxo giving us a Shadow Clone. Cool, but I did really want that socket. I upgrade the Essence of Anguish and chuck it in my weapon for a bit of crit damage, elite damage, life per hit, and importantly, thorns. After wasting the RG, we pop a chest and get another set ring. It's a focus, so it's got a guaranteed socket. Big find, poison gem, here we come. Unfortunately, the ring drops with dexterity, so thank you very much for that smart loot. GR10 is far more comfortable now, and the RG gets smoked by the poison. We're now the 600 best Crusader, like pretty sure ever. Wreath of Lightning Legendary Gem.
What the hell did you just say?
Wreath of Lightning Legendary Gem will likely also come in handy. The set helm is sacrificed to the altar, but we can't make any more progress without getting some Forgotten Souls. We're back up to T2.
Chill out. Dickwad.
And Perdition is no match for the poison. We roll some Invoker Braces, more thorns on there. We put ourselves to the test in GR13, which becomes a poison battle with Veracity. He seems to have some gas problems of his own. We throw in a gamble Thunder God's Vigor for some lightning damage, roll a socket out on the Haunt of Vaxo with our last Forgotten Soul, and add the Wreath of Lightning gem. We crank it up to T3.
Talk to the hand.
We get some legendary braces, Crystarian arm guards, they are ancient, which is awesome. We get XP with gold pickup, so this will help in our quest for some more Paragon points. I roll some AoV shoulders, Ice Climbers, we're almost at fully legendary, so I brave GR16.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
On the basis that the thorns aren't helping that much, I switch back to a yellow chest and we moved up to Torment 4. The Nephilim Rift is no problem. We upgrade a yellow ring into a Wailing Host with a socket, so we're back to one item away from being fully decked out in legendaries. Time to trash GR19, which brings our 50th Paragon point, and this is where the luck really starts popping off. A double consumable drop, so we can now max out the Essence of Anguish. I run T4 Nephilim Rift, and I'm delighted to see poison explosions, meaning we now have moving AoE damage. This helps us out tremendously. So it's up to Torment 5 and GR22, both of which are no problemo.
No problemo.
I up to GR24 and get all the 5s for the rank, 555, and finish off the Lord Gem to level 25. So we now get double damage and double damage reduction from any ancient items we find. With this good news, I progress up to Torment 6. The Nephilim Rift is slow, but doable. We roll a near perfect Vigilante belt. If I was making a Fist of Heaven's automatic Lightning Crusader, this would be insane. Hey, it's an upgrade, so we take it. GR25 falls and we get our 80th Paragon point. I have the Forgotten Souls to unlock the next altar node, but I decide I can't be arsed with doing Ubers, so that's it for altar juice. I will return if I have to, but I'm going to see if we can complete this challenge without working on the altar anymore. I extract the Lorix Crown into the cube, add some toughness, do GR25 for gem levels, but sadly no useful drops. I move up to GR27 and we pass Paragon 100. Torment 7 is the next stop, a jump point for more DBs and better chances to find legendary items. Legendaries are indeed easier to come by. We find an Andariel's Visage, not quite as godly as Diablo 2's version, but it's still good and it comes in handy. More importantly, we find an Ancient Crushbane. This is quite the upgrade, offering 15% more damage as well as a little bit extra for being ancient. I roll off cooldown for the socket. We brave GR30 and then after another T7 Rift, we hit the big time, an item that will unlock a whole strategy for this run, belt of the Trove. We now automatically call down bombardment every 4 seconds and get a pretty big damage increase on it. T7 is now much more efficient. We also pick up some Demon Hunter gloves, not the right class, but they do have double crit, so we will use them. GR33 is up next and we crush it, earning a Traveller's Pledge Amulet, which is also an upgrade, so again we use it. I keep pushing to GR35 and then on to Torment 8. That's halfway to 16, right? Well, not quite. We get a Goblin Field and I've pushed up a bit too much and I don't kill many, but we do get enough Death's Breath to upgrade a Two-Handed Flail and we hit the Mortal Drama. We now double the amount of bombardment impacts and get 500% increased damage. Now we are ready to cook.
Yeah, boy.
Up to T9 and GR40 and our reward is a Stone of Jordan, one of my favourite items in the game. This gives us extra damage equal to our highest element. We're all in on automatic bombardments now, so I switched the legendary gems to Bane of the Powerful, Bane of the Trapped, and they just need some levels. Paragon 150 is achieved, and we find a Broken Promises that gives us guaranteed crit chance, so a tad more damage. GR43 is cleared, and I work on some gem ups. Automatic bombardments are doing massive damage compared to our stink pants. We roll in Aquila Cuirass, which gives us 50% damage reduction whilst we're above 90% resource. No skills, there's no resource spent, so this is a huge toughness item for us. This allows us to beat GR45. An Ancient Rogar's Huge Stone allows the Broken Promises to go in the cube, gives us a bit more damage and toughness. Well, it would do if we had the DBs to extract it. I crank up to Torment 10, and after we finish the Nephilim Wrist, I do put the Broken Promise into the cube, and we find the Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan. We lose some toughness, but we gain damage whilst moving, so no standing around still and slacking.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.
Paragon 200 is reached by farming GR45, and we're rewarded with an Ancient Stone of Jordan with Holy Roll. I eventually remember I have Andaro's Visage, and it might have Holy on it, which it does, which is brilliant. We then get a Cow Rift, which helps with a few Paragon points, and GR48 puts me one place outside the top 500, and it's up to Torment 11 we go. Only 5 more difficulty jumps now, but remember, each one is roughly twice as hard as the one before, so it's still a tough road ahead. GR50 breaches the top 500, and that feels pretty good having achieved it without a skill on the bar. We jump quickly to Paragon 250 and continue the GR grind to get the Bane of the Trapped and Bane of the Powerful up to level 25. Stoner. I must be stoned because I say what the hell, up to Torment 12 we go. My fears are unfounded, and we beat the Nephilim Rift, obtaining an Ancient Denial Shield. The legendary property does not help, but at least it's another ancient item. GR55 then falls, and it's time for Torment 13, which is a big jump from 12, as this used to be the end of Diablo 3's difficulty before Torment 16 was added. Damage wise it's fine, but the toughness is starting to get sketchy. Right on cue I roll an Ancient Justice Lantern. 46% of our block chance as damage reduction. 39% block chance, but I take Hold Your Ground passive to increase it to 69, so just over 30% damage reduction, and this might allow instant Torment 14. I tried GR60 on for size and it fits like a glove. We're up to rank 477 and 300 Paragon points. We go for Torment 14 and it's just 2 jumps to go. It's starting to feel close, really close at this point. I still need a Convention of Elements for damage, possibly Unity for toughness, but these are the main items on my shopping list. The Nephilim Rift gives me confidence that we could probably just about do Torment 16 now, but we would be way too squishy. GR65 and rank 469, more confidence that T16 can be done, but the next GR65 highlights just how risky this is, and I have to take an enforced timeout after my cheat death procs. We get 350 Paragon up. I drop to 60 for some stress-free farming and gem levels. We find our first gift, so I can now roll an extra stat on the weapon. On our extreme GR60, we find a better pair of Hexing Pants. We also roll a sexy pair of Aegis of Valor gloves with double crits and a huge 24% upgrade on a Storm Shield. We have 2 consumables, so I upgrade the Sliver of Terror to rank 2. It hits armour on the roll, which is big sad, so I hang on to my Amethyst for the time being. GR60 yields a Flavour of Time, which is great for our follower. We also upgrade our first Unity.
Great success.
We now achieve Paragon 400. I upgraded Convention of Elements, and we're now largely done with items except for upgrades, i.e. small improvements, ancient copies for our items. Furnace Mace would help as an example. We go up to Torment 15, which is 1 more difficulty jump away. It's squishy, but it is doable. We get some Blackthorn Pants with Holy, which is a little bit more damage for us. We go for primals, GR70, have to take a timeout after activating both cheat deaths, but we are rewarded with a Traveller's Pledge with a nice sweet roll. Hey, 459. What do we get? Oh, an amulet. Primal Traveller's Pledge. Oh, it's guaranteed to have a socket. It's nice. Oh, we've got some homing pads as well. Ooh, double crit and holy, please. Given that everything else we've got is holy. Socket double crit strength is okay. I'm okay with it. Honestly, game, I'm okay with it. Oh my god! Double crit! Wow. That is beautiful. It's a shame about the intelligence. I mean, that's mad. Will we get any more primals before the end? I decided to roll strength on the amulet just for the extra toughness and damage and farm some GR65s and Torment 15 rifts. And then this happens. Shit. 2 cheat deaths, no potion, and the Templar is dead. Shit indeed, filthy. Shit indeed. I've worked so hard to get to T15 and I've made a real mess of this rift, but luckily I managed to escape to safety. That was nearly dead, nearly game over. I got very fortunate that there was no more ranged monsters around to hit me, because one more shot and we would have been done for.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Being so near the end and nearly messing up, I decided to retreat to T13 to get some keys and Death's Breath. In short, I lived to see Paragon 450. I get a third Ember, allowing me to upgrade the Sliver of Terror to max rank, and we get the Ring of Fire after we kill 100 enemies. Great for rifting, but it's not going to help us in our quest to beat Diablo on Torment 16. GR73 and 75 fall, bringing 500 Paragon points, and I decide now is the time to attempt Torment 16 and rewarded with an Ancient Belt of the Trove. It's going to help us with a bit more damage and damage reduction. So now I think it's time to take on the Lord of Terror at Torment 16.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So this is it. We're going in with an Ancient Crushbane with an Essence of Anguish. We're going in with, what else have we got? We've got an Ancient Justice Lantern, reducing our damage taken by 46% of our block chance. We've got a Storm Shield, non-ancient, Ice Climbers, non-ancient, Blackthorns, non-ancient, giving us some holy. But because we've got a Stone of Jordan, everything adds up to physical, which is what we're damaging with. Ancient Stone of Jordan's good find. Legacy Dreams Gem is 76. Bane of the Trapped is 67. We've only got the weird looking diamonds. We haven't got the max ones. Belts of the Trove, Ancient new find. Every 4 seconds bombardment comes down on an enemy, which is how we're doing our damage. We've got an Aquila Cuirass with bombardment damage rolled on it, non-ancient, but we will always be above 50% wrath. We've got some gloves with basically some defensive stats and a bit of crit chance. These could be anything, they are ancient. Shoulders, I was hoping to find a better pair, but they have bombardment damage and toughness stats. We've got an Andariel's Visage, which is giving us more holy damage, which again is converted to physical because of Stone of Jordan, non-ancient, would have liked a better one. We have a Sliver of Terror, we got unlucky with the upgrade and got armour. We get the Devastating Ring of Fire, which we will not activate against Diablo because he's single target. Our primal from our GR70 was a Traveller's Pledge. I've decided to keep strength on it to help with toughness, but we could have gone for the elemental holy match there, and it's got double crits. That is pretty sexy. We've got a Crystarian Wrist Guards. These are just simply because they are ancient and they've got the correct element and some crit chance. In our cube, what have we got in our cube? We have got a Mortal Drama, doubling the bombardment impacts and increasing bombardment 500%. Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan for 25% damage whilst we are moving, and a Convention of Elements for big damage on physical. I was hoping to find a Unity to replace the Justice Lantern, but I've only got one. Follower, it's got Flavour of Time, Nems, Broken Crown. None of this stuff is going to be applicable to Diablo. I don't think we'll even get the Oculus Circle off, but he can't die, he's got a cheat death, he regenerates life for us and he has to heal, so this is it. We've completed GR75, we've beaten a Torment 16 Rift, So we just need to find the Lord of Terror, and hopefully we can kill him. Try and just stay away from him, I think. There's his ring of fire. Fortunately, with the Andarel's Visage, we take more fire damage. So phase 1 is done. Into the Realm of Terror. Oh my god. Our own bombardments from our phantasm really hurt.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Nice little Oculus. We want to be above him if possible. The Templar healed us, so we really shouldn't have been grabbing that thing. That's it, Templar, you aggro for us, buddy. And that's it, done. Game is beat. Torment 16 Diablo done. Without a single skill on the bar at all. 13 hours, 22 minutes, 511 Paragon points. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. So that's it, guys. You can in fact beat Diablo 3 on Torment 16 difficulty without putting any skills on your bar. Is it possible in other classes? Maybe, but the automatic bombardments did a lot of the heavy lifting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other ideas for game related challenges you'd like to see, hit me up in the comments. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I've been the Filthy Casual. Take it easy, guys. Peace.